Well, hello everyone. My apologies. I do not have an intro video. I'm sorry about that, but I'm here. And if you are and can hear me, please let me know. I'm trying to get my phone set up now so I can see if anybody is actually watching. If you could leave a note in the chat, that would be fantastic. But anyway, I'm Sheryl and welcome to Lisa Horton Crafts. I'm very happy to be with you here today. I'm sharing some wonderful products as always. Today I'm going to be using the Lemon Fizz Dazzle Gel Paste. These just recently were released and this is my first time actually using them today. So we'll have that, and then I've got the beautiful Compositions Set E Butterfly Banners Craft Dies. There's 13 dies in this set, so there are a lot of dies here, and so we're going to be using those. And then for my sentiment, I'm using the Everyday Sentiment strips and lots of wonderful sentiments. This is just a nice staple to have in your craft stash. And then I've got the Modeled Leaves 3D embossing folder. So those are the cards that I'm going to be using. I'm trying to check my phone here. I can't, for whatever reason, I can't see the chat. Okay, let me see. Okay, there we are. So looks like I hope Linda was trying to get on. It looks like I hope she was able to finally join. Marion, hello. Judy, hi. Rebecca, hi. And hi, Lorraine. Good to see everybody. Thank you for joining. So let's go ahead and get started. I decided what I would do today is actually a modified version of a card that I posted last week in Lisa's Facebook group, Crafting with Lisa Horton. So this is the card that I posted. It uses this one uses a different embossing folder. This was the Dahlia embossing folder from the Year in Bloom. And to do this, I just embossed it on white cardstock and then took a stencil brush and just brushed over the embossing with some pink and green ink there. And then I used one of the dies and the sentiment set that I'm using today to create my sentiment. And then this is a butterfly that that I die cut with cardstock, pink and white cardstock. This pink color came out of, I think it's in the Mermaid white core cardstock set, but that is the card that is going to be, I'm going to change it up a little bit and use some different products to create a very similar card. And then I've got some other samples to show you when we're done. So the first thing that I want to do, I want to get started on the background for my card, because for this card, I'm going to use the gel paste, or the gel paste as the color, and then I'm going to die cut and emboss this this pasted piece, for lack of a better word. So let's go ahead. It's a little messy, and I'm going really heavy-handed with this gel paste. But you'll see why when I'm done. I just wanted a lot of color on there, so I'm just going very heavy with this gel paste, and I'm just gelling up this piece of cardstock. You would normally never need to use this much at all, but I wanted lots of sparkle, and I want lots of glimmer, and I want the color to actually show on this white cardstock. And you can use any color cardstock to do this. And so we're just gonna smush a bunch of gel on here all around, just swish it all around. And it doesn't need to be even, but you do need lots of color. So I'm just gonna keep doing that. and just smush it all around. It doesn't need to be perfect because we're going to die cut this panel. So I'm going to move that out of the way. Let me put some of this gel back in. Don't want to waste any. And I did good. I didn't get it all over my desktop like I usually do. So just all over my fingers now. So we're starting with that. And as soon as I get this off my fingers, I will go ahead. I've done this. You would need to let it dry, but look at, isn't that shimmer just beautiful? I love, love, love it. And I put a lot because I wanted that extra texture. So we're going to put that off to the side and let it dry. And I've got another dry panel already done here. So what I want to do is take the smaller of the two large rectangles. This is that smaller one. I'm going to take this one and I'm just going to die cut that piece. And I'll be off camera for just a second while I do this die cutting. And I'll be right back. Well, I need to turn my die. I keep forgetting. I don't want to put it in there straight. I'll put it in at an angle so that it'll go through smoothly. Okay. So there we are. We have this piece is die cut now. And this is going to be one of our layers that we'll use for this card. And the next thing that we want to do is take this layer and run it through our embossing folder as soon as I can find where I put it. Here it is. Okay, so this is the Modeled Leaves 3D embossing folder. And I just want to take this piece that I just die cut and put it in there, kind of in the center, like that. And then I'll run this piece through my die cut machine using my embossing folder sandwich. And speaking of embossing machines, die cutting machines, Lisa has a contest going on. So if you haven't joined in, if you have Lisa's new die cutting machine, be sure to take a picture of it and follow the instructions that are in the group. It's been posted several different times, but you can register. By doing that, you'll be registered to win your choice of one of the 5 composition die sets. There are 5 of them: A, B, C, D, and E. And you'll be seeing some of the other sets this week. A lot of them have been posted already, but look at how pretty that is with the embossing on it. I just love that. So that is actually our second layer. And then I created the first layer for the card. I simply took the larger die here, this largest rectangle that goes right here, and that's this one. So it's a layer die for this, and I die cut that out of some black-ish cardstock, and we're just going to layer that on here like so. And I'll use just some tape for that. And glue that on the layer. And I like, if you one of the nice things about these composition dies, oh, I need to show you that too. It comes with ideas already in the packaging. So if you look at these dies and you think, oh, I don't know what to do with them, well, Lisa has you covered. Let me tell you. Here in the packaging is this card, and each of the sets has this card, these design cards for that set. So there's design 1, design 2, design 3, and design 4. So if you are just kind of stumped with what am I going to do with these die cuts, this is a great way to get you started in using these dies. And you can mix and match. One of the things that I want to do later this week is just I want to die cut a bunch of pieces in a bunch of different colors and just play around with it and see what I can come up with. But you get these ideas right out of the box, so you don't even have to worry about coming up with a design. I love that. So the next thing that I want to do, I went ahead and took, this is a A2 size card. So this is 4¼ by 5½ inches white cardstock. And I just embossed it using the Modeled Leaves embossing folder. And that's going to be the background for our card. So I'm just going to put this onto the card base. Really easy projects. That's what I like. That is right up my alley. And you can always make something very easy with Lisa's projects. You can be as easy or as complicated as you want to be, which is really great. So for those that are more on the true artist side, there's something for you. And for people like me who just want sweet and easy and still lovely, you can do this. Now I want to mount this instead of just mounting it flat. I'm going to mount it using some foam tape. So I'm sorry, let me see what's going on with my phone. I do apologize. I can't see a thing. Thank you, Rebecca, for posting the information on the competition or the competition on the drawing. That is wonderful. I appreciate that. And let's see who else we got here. Mora. Hi, how are you? From California. Debbie from North Carolina. Jean, Tracy, Roadrunner from Canada. Hello. And the wet coast. Oh, I'm sorry. We actually have some pretty weather today. It's sunny and it's in the high 50s, so it feels like a heat wave compared to what it's been. So I'm going to get my foam tape now, and I'm just going to cut a couple pieces to use to mount this rather than just gluing it down straight. Okay. And do one more piece. And that should be good enough, I think, for this. And then we'll just put this onto this 2-layer panel onto the card front. And then we'll do a little bit of decorating, adding our sentiment, and we will be done. So this, I want to make sure it's straight. Oops, oops, oops. I don't want to press down on that tape, because once it's down, it's down. Uh-oh, I might be too late. Well, okay, well, that's going to have to do. Okay, so then the next thing I want to do is I want to cut this beautiful butterfly. So I'm going to use 2 layers. There are 2 dies that come in this set for the butterfly. One gives you the detail, which is this one, and then this is the solid color. So you don't have to use this one. Obviously, you can have this as a butterfly, or you can have a solid butterfly without the detail. But I want to have my backing of my solid part of my butterfly match this panel. So this is some, I just smeared that gel on this piece of cardstock like I did for this, and I'm just going to die cut that quickly. Get my sandwich back. And run it through. Okay, so here's my die cut piece. Oops. Did I cut it all the way through? Yeah, I did. I think I'm just there. I did cut it all the way through, and then I'll just poke this off of here. There's little holes on these dies to allow you to get it, poke it out of there without tearing up the die too much. There we go. So there's our back for our butterfly. I just love this lemon fizz. Again, this is that Dazzle gel paste lemon fizz. Oh, so pretty. Love, love, love this color. I did another one that I'll show you using the green gel paste, and it's all of the colors are really pretty. I only have a couple. I have the lemon fizz, and what is this one? I have a green one, it's spearmint, and bubblegum are the three that I have. So they're really pretty. I'll pull those out and show them to you in just a second so you can see. But there are lots of other colors. I'm not really sure how many different colors there are, but there are a lot of, several of them, 8 or 9 maybe. I don't know. Okay, there we go. And I just put a dot of glue on the back of this one so that I can fluff up the wings a little bit. You don't have to have fluffy wings if you don't want fluffy wings, but I wanted this one to fluff just a little bit. And then for my sentiment, what I did here, and I'll show you, this die comes in the die set, and as you can see, it's pretty long, right? So I wanted it smaller, and I'll show you. I don't know, in case we have anybody new that's watching, a lot of the names I recognize. There's a couple that I don't. 10 colors of the paste. Thank you, Rebecca. So what I did was I just die cut it just like this. Let me see if I can move my machine over so you can see what I'm doing. And you can see my pretty baby. This is, I haven't given her a name yet, but I love her. So, oh, you still can't see what I'm doing. I need a bigger table, I think. Can you see? You can see a little bit. Okay, so all I did was just, I'm going to die cut this as I would normally. Now my arm's all in the way. I'm not going to step over. Okay, I'll just have to put this back. Okay, so I die cut this as I normally would. And then, so I've got these two pieces, and I want to make this shorter. So let's say I wanted it to be about that long. You can feel this lock in as you move that die down. So you just put it down like that. And if you're nervous about it, I'll turn it this way so that the die cut piece is at the top. You can stick a little piece of tape over it so it doesn't move. but it's not going anywhere. And then you just run that piece up. When you hear it cut, just bring it back out. And then you'll have a piece, a smaller piece that you can use, and you can obviously make it whatever size you want it to be. So that's how you can get even more functionality of the dies that you have when you have a die like that. So that's what I did for this piece. I cut it down and then I stamped my sentiment in black ink. And I will just go ahead and glue this down. Put some tape on there, not glue. And I think I want it kind of right in the, no, I'm going to move it over to the side because I want my butterfly. I move my sentiment a little bit to the left so that I could have room for my butterfly to be a little bit on my sentiment, but not completely. And I will add my butterfly by just putting a foam dot on the back of the die cut. And I'll just stick it on there about like that. Maybe I think I want it to turn just a little bit so that it's not off the edge of the card in case I decide to mail it. I probably won't, but just to be safe. So there we go. And then we have a little bit of embellishing to do. And we'll be done. I'm using the this. Hi, how are you? I guess that's Lisa that's joined. Thank you. Okay, so the last thing that I'm going to do then is these are silver mixed gems, and there's two different colors of silver. There's a darker silver and a lighter. So I'm just going to do the darker, a few little gems on the body of the butterfly. Just to, I like a little sparkle. This is obviously completely optional, but I do love, love, love a little sparkle on all my cards. There's going to be something glittering on anything I make, pretty much. And then if you want to get extra fancy, you can add these teeny weeny ones right at the tip top of its antenna. And that's what I did for this one. And there you go. Look at how easy and how pretty. Oops, 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 oops. I just knocked over my sentiment. I thought I pressed it down. I guess I didn't. Let me give myself a little bit of, I'm going to push that up just a wee bit. I'm glad I didn't put it down. There. Now we'll glue that down there. Press it down. So that is the pretty card. Let me show you a couple. I did tell you that I made one like this in same format. I changed the sentiment a little bit, but this one is using the spearmint Dazzle paste. And then I have another one that I made, same general format, but I just changed it's landscape instead of portrait. I don't know what those are called, but so same thing, just use this. I just used plain cardstock and die cut. I did the little trick with shortening that piece. And there you have several different ways to use the beautiful, beautiful Compositions die set number E. And I thank you so much for stopping by today. Be sure to check out Claire. She's going to be showing you more of the Compositions die sets. And be sure to go to Crafting with Lisa Horton and take a look at all the samples that are out there that the design team has done. And also, don't forget, make sure you have your name in the hat for the drawing on Friday to be able to win your choice of one of these beautiful composition die sets. So thank you again. Yes, it's the die sets. Confusing myself. Well, thank you so much. I hope that you have a fantastic day and week, and we will see you next week. Bye for now.